Esmeralda P. Miranda.
My name is Jose Luis Miranda. And,
We met in New York in a small town named
Sodas, New York. Yeah, in the state of New York. Yeah.
I was working, trying to get
Migrants
to go back to school and get their GED and learn ESL as English as a second language. And one of my stops was a grocery store because I saw a lot of license plates out of state, and I figured there's, migrants there. And I walked into the parking lot, and I happened to meet one of his friends.
It was me. It wasn't my friend.
It was his friend first, and I was telling him about the program. And he's like, well, I know somebody that would be real interested, and they're inside the store. So, of course, I wanted to meet him, and we went inside. And as soon as I saw him, those eyes, it's like it talked to me. I fell in love with his eyes. That was the first thing. But he was, shy about it. And I kept asking him questions. And he would just turn bashful about it. He was real bashful. And one of my questions was where exactly he lived. And he kept telling me that direction, north.
No, that wasn't the truth. Yeah. Yeah, that was the truth. Yeah,
and one thing that really I admire him was that before he even touched my hand or anything, he asked permission. And that meant so much, that he had so much respect for women. And he would open my door. He's very, gentleman.
Yeah, that was it was 1995, and then by 1996, May the 24th, we got married. Yeah.
By the JP, we just took off. Yeah. He told me, he wouldn't even tell me where we were going. We woke up, he just told me, do my hair, do my makeup. He was taking me out. It's like, well, tell me what so I know what to wear. Just put what I put out. He even got me an outfit to go. And he had everything. He took me to the JP and got married, and I thought it was all a joke because he was always playing jokes on me. And I realized that it was for real when the JP told me to sign. Then I realized, and I started, of course, crying because I realized it was for real and he really meant it. And since I've been sick, he's the one person that has been by my side. At age 7, they detected a heart murmur, and my parents had taken me to Driscoll Hospital in Corpus Christi. At that time, it wasn't so advanced as it is now. The doctors really didn't know what was going on, just that I had a heart murmur. They wanted to go in and do an exploratory surgery, and my dad showed up and he wanted more information from the doctors. The doctors told him, we don't know what we're going to do, and we don't know what we're going in for. We just want to see. And my dad said, no. He goes, if you don't really know what you're going in for, you don't want her to be cut up. My father, my whole family has a lot of faith, and they basically left it. It's like, it's up to, God. If that's what he wants, then, no matter what, he was going to put it in God's hands. And basically that's what happened. And I grew up basically just, I would say maybe ignoring. I knew it was there, but I had several doctors who tell me it was all in my mind. It was my weight, because I was overweight child. And I had doctors tell me that it was just gas. I even had persons tell me that. It got to the point in 2004 when I was working. I used to work for the city of Weslaco, my hometown. And I was crossing the street, and all of a sudden I just collapsed in the middle of the street. There was a hole as big as $50, and the blood, I wasn't getting any oxygen into my brain, and that was the reason I had collapsed. And meanwhile, my father doesn't even know how to use a cell phone. Well, that moment, he just like pushed Jose's number, and he talked to him and told him, "You need to get back here. They're taking in Esmer for emergency open heart surgery." I don't know how he got there, because it's a distance. And he showed up. They took me into surgery. And the doctors came out to tell him that they didn't know if I would make it through the night. After so many doctors, we had gone onto a bus, and I call it an angel, and he directed me to St. Luke, where I ended up going, and I got my transplant there after waiting 2 years.
2 years.
Waiting 2 years. And on May 19, I got my transplant. And one thing I always wanted was to make it official, get the blessing, our marriage blessed, because he's the one that has done all these miracles for us. I pulled through so many things, health problems because of my heart. We have the heart exchange program that gives us a support group, and that Saturday I was there with all the heart exchange persons. And as soon as Heather walked up and starts talking about this foundation about Wish Upon a Wedding, I mean, I just like, wow, that would be great, And everybody from the Heart Exchange is like, Esmer, this is, you believe in faith, you believe in angels, you believe in messages. Here's a message that God's sending you. You have an opportunity. And I'm like, yeah, but, I don't think, I've never gotten anything. I just felt like it wouldn't happen. So I did it. And then all of a sudden, I get an email from Heather saying, congratulations, you have been chosen. And I'm like, for what? And I send her a reply. It's like, what does this mean? She's like, your wish is granted. And I still was like in shock, to the point that I pinched myself and I had a bruise where I was like, I'm sleeping. This can't be happening to us. And when I told Jose, I think he was in the same. He was like, nah, it's not happening to us. And even our daughter was like, oh, okay, Mom, yeah. You know, until they started seeing things happening and all this, and they're like, it's really happening to us, you know. It's just like a fairy tale, a dream come true, another big blessing. To me, the biggest blessing besides the birth of my daughter, the blessing of meeting this great man. Like I've told my mother-in-law, I thank her for having such a wonderful son with so much respect for women. And he takes honor. He really meant, you know, when he told me that he was going to be with me for eternity. Because even death is not going to part us. I'm not going to let go of him.